Hi friends, we're in the studio. So this video is going to be a little different. It's mostly going to be me talking, but I'm going to show you guys what I'm working on, and then while I'm working, I'll chat with you. So if you're not into like a chatting kind of video, sorry, the train is really loud, it's going by. If you're not into a chatting video, this one might not be for you, but you know, maybe give it a chance. You might like what you see, who knows? So let me show you guys what I'm working on before we chat. So you guys have seen all of this stuff. I've shown them in vlogs before, but I'm working on this big canvas, already gessoed it, prepped it, whatever. So I'm gonna be painting this green section while we're chatting. This is the original sketch. This was a car I found on a nature trail, and I've wanted to draw it. It's like on a really steep hillside. I've wanted to draw it for a long time, and I'm glad I did, and I'm glad I get to make it freaking huge. Here's the sketch also. So I want it to be like one of those like quilts that is just a bunch of random sort of scrapped together sort of things. And then I'm also working on my outfit for the day of the show, the solo show in March. And it is this painting suit, or like boiler room suit. I've shared that I was thinking about other stuff for the show to wear, but I figured I should just go with this because it's free and I have it. So I'm gonna do this design I found online, and then that's gonna be checkers, and then stuff like that, but I haven't figured out the back yet. I'll figure that out later. Okay, as far as paint goes today, sorry if the light keeps getting weird. I think when I move into it, it kind of shifts. We are using Liquitex Heavy Body Acrylic Brilliant Yellow Green, and on top of this like neon pink, it makes this beautiful sort of glow underneath. And I think I'm only gonna do one layer because I like the bits of pink showing through. It gives it this like weird orange hue. So that is what we're working on. So I want to talk about challenging yourself in art, because Albert is the gallery owner of the studio that I'm currently doing the residence at, and he gave me this challenge of like, okay, your rent is due in a week, you have to make $800. How are you going to do that with just your art? And I kind of fumbled over my words. I was a little bit dumbfounded. I didn't really know, because he was like, I asked if the graphic design stuff counted towards that, and he said no, just like studio art. And so I know how to use that part of my brain for graphic design, editorial design, illustration kind of stuff, like stuff mostly done on a computer. But when it comes to studio art kind of stuff, I haven't really flexed that part of my muscle, like of how to make money quick using these sort of skills. So I originally thought this was just a hypothetical, but then he came back a week later and was like, so how's that going? And I was like, shit, I thought that was a hypothetical. So I was like, okay, give me a new week and I'll do it. And so I think it was, actually yesterday, I posted that I had commissions open. And so I specifically said, I'm going to draw buildings, landscapes, houses, whatever, your grandma's house, your family's restaurant, whatever, in this quilted landscape style. And I said, that's all I'm doing. I'm not doing anything else. A flat rate. I'm capping it at 5 of them. So I sent that out, and then I also compiled this list of 53 different people, people in my personal life, clients, etc., that I wanted to share the residency with. That I said, hey, you know, I really like working with you, I love you, whatever. You're important to me, so I want you to be one of the first people to see this show. And I got great responses. Nobody bought anything. So actually what I did for that, before I sent the email, on my website, I uploaded all the pictures of that stuff, put in like prices, put it to where you can, I'm selling it, like you can buy it before the solo show in March. And got great responses. Everybody loved it. Nobody bought anything. It's like a password protected little store on my site you can only access if you got that email, so it feels real exclusive. But yeah, nobody bought anything, but I got somebody who wanted to do a studio visit to see them in person, and I got somebody who texted me who originally wanted a commission, and we planned on a time for it, but actually amped it up to 3 pieces instead of just 1, so that's a good outcome. It's not immediate money like for this week challenge, but it's money and future commissions regardless. So as far as the commissions went, I did those for 200 each, and I capped it at 5 because I thought, and not 4, because the goal was 800. So I thought if I capped it at 4, obviously I'll make 800 that way. But I thought, why not make it 5? Because 5 seems like more, I don't know, my brain's always like in 5 tens, you know, multiples of 5 always feel better. So I was like, all right, let's just go ahead and do 5. And so yesterday I got 4. I made the goal of the challenge in 1 day. And then I woke up and I got a 5th one. And then I got a message from somebody else saying, darn, this is a shame that they're sold out because I was waiting until payday. And I said, just because you asked, I'll do one for you. But it's also a personal friend. So I was like, yeah, I'll absolutely do it for you. But that is cool. So I not only made the goal, exceeded the goal, but basically made 1,200. So like, what is that, like 1.5? The goal and a half, is that how that works? Yeah, because I made 400 on top of 800. Yeah, I made 1,200. So I almost doubled the goal in not even 2 full days, like a day and a half, day and a quarter, really. But yeah, love that worked out. I was kind of nervous about it because I don't normally open commissions because a lot of times people just sort of want very specific things that I don't like doing. But the reason I think people were excited about this is because I had been posting about this style I had been developing, and everybody was thinking it's pretty cool. And then if somebody gets a personal piece in this style, I think that's kind of, that was like, you know, part of the incentive. And then also the fact that I said it's capped at a certain amount made people really be like, oh shit, I gotta get it. I gotta get on that right now. So that is crazy. So fucking wild that worked out. And I am over the freaking moon that I was able to make that much money off of just my art in like not even 2 days. This is a little bit new to me. Never been able to do that with just paintings and just drawings. So I mean, I'm starting to flex that part of my brain, and I'm stoked for it. I'm stoked to see what other kind of things I can do to help market it and sell bigger paintings in no time. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, so I mean, if you're feeling a little stuck, feeling like, you know, or you gotta make some money or something, finish that section. Maybe challenge yourself to something like this. Maybe challenge yourself to like, how can I market myself or market this one product in a different way that like nobody's doing? Because like, I've done commissions before, but I've opened them up as just like a general commission, just ask me and I'll do it kind of thing. And those were never satisfying to me, so I stopped doing them. But when I opened up commissions this time, it was a very specific thing, and I think it also gives the artist, me, a lot of breathing room to do what I want. So that part is nice about it. Sorry, I'm just getting extra paint off my brush. So, I mean, maybe we all can challenge ourselves to something like this, you know, if we're feeling like, you know, nothing's selling or nothing is working, maybe thinking about it from a different way of like, how can I market this in a whole different way that I haven't thought of before, or in a way that nobody else is doing it, or I don't know, something like that. Maybe like standing on the street corner and painting, and then selling those paintings for like cheap, you know, just painting on cardboard and being like, hey, do you want a painting? I don't know. Or, you know, going up to businesses, if you do like landscape stuff like I do, plein air stuff, and being like, hey, are you guys interested in you know, a painting of your building? Here's some examples that I have. Or I even thought about, I might do this tomorrow, contacting some like companies that do staging for houses and like interior design, and asking if they would like any like local artists to showcase for that kind of thing. Like to have a piece hanging in the house so that, you know, it helps the space feel homey, but also it's a local artist, so maybe people will have more incentive to buy it, especially because a lot of people from out of state are moving here to Texas, and you know, a lot of those people tend to be like, well, I want to immerse myself in the culture. Maybe buying from a local artist will make me feel like I'm, you know, cultured in the local culture, you know. Does that make sense? So I think I'm gonna try that tomorrow. Yeah, so I mean, a day and a half, made the goal and a half, so that's crazy. So hopefully I can triple it or quadruple it, who knows. And if I don't, that's okay. It's okay. I mean, like, my bills are paid. Thankfully, I'm very grateful for that. I didn't have to do this challenge because I had, you know, $800 in rent due in a week. But it was nice to turn on this part of my brain and just sort of like give myself permission to try something different, try something new, and see how it works. And it definitely worked. It definitely did work. So I'm definitely gonna open those commissions again. So be on the lookout if you're interested in something like that. I had somebody also be like, in those commissions, they were like, I'm gonna give you a choice. Would you rather do my childhood home, because I think it would be a great gift for my dad and his sisters, but also, would you be interested in a dollhouse? And I was like, a dollhouse could be really cool. And I was like, you can send me both and I'll see which one I want to do now, but we can also discuss doing one in the future, like maybe more towards Christmas time, if you do want to do like the childhood home. Because I really think if I start marketing these in like August, September, and marketing it as like, oh, this is a really good gift for somebody for Christmas, maybe somebody who just moved, or maybe somebody who lost their house, or like it was their grandma's house and the family sold it and they want to have a memory of it, you know, anything like that. Or like you own a restaurant and maybe the restaurant moved from a different location, you want to commemorate the first location, or I don't know, something like that. I think those could be really, really cool gifts. And then it also, I feel like the quilting aspect gives it sort of like a story. I feel like, because quilts are sort of like stories and sort of like heirlooms, and so maybe I could market these as like heirlooms, and in the same way that a quilt would be, that somebody took the time to either make or commission this quilt for you to commemorate this, you know, because like sometimes you have a baby and somebody makes you a quilt or gets a quilt made for you to commemorate you having a baby, and then you keep it the rest of your life and then you give it to your child, you know. So maybe I can start marketing it as like that. I'm just brainstorming while we're on video. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go, and I have more blocks of these lighter greens to do. I'm gonna do darker green on this section of the grass. I have like up here. This is so giant. I like painting this big. It's great. Anyway, thanks for being here. Like and subscribe or whatever. Shop my dick blick link if you need some art supplies. Excuse me, I'm very gassy today. Yeah, hopefully you got something out of this video, and if you didn't, totally cool. Regardless, thanks for watching. Go make some art, okay? Go make some art. Even if it's bad, go make it, okay? Bye.